guys, Dexstar here, and I just wanted to talk a little bit today about a cool product called the Xvive U2. The guys at Xvive sent this over to me, and I've been using them for a couple of weeks now in various settings as a guitarist and a singer, as an educator and a teacher, and also as a drummer and the kind of drumming content that I do as well. And I've been trying to use them in as many places as possible, basically to try and break them and, you know, see the limitations of their uses. And if any of you guys know me, I'm a little bit funny about technology and, you know, what gear I let into my setup, as it were. I like a very minimal setup, something that's reliable. And I've got to say, the creative options these have given me, you know, even beyond just what you can use with the guitar, has been quite staggering, and I'm looking forward to using them even more in the future. So in this video, I'm just going to detail a couple of the ways that I use them, a couple of the functions that they have. So years ago, I always wanted to kind of get into the wireless technology thing. We had a bass player in the band, and he had something like this, and he would be like on stage, and he'd kind of walk off stage and, you know, like go to the bathroom, and you could still hear him playing. It's a bit weird. But, you know, I was always interested in it from then, but I never quite dived into it because it always kind of seemed a little bit more, you know, rudimentary back in the day. And, you know, they're always a bit kind of bigger and clunkier. But these things are absolutely fantastic, very flexible. Literally just plug them in and tuck them around the back of your guitar, so, you know, they're not that invasive. And they've been absolutely fantastic. They're completely rechargeable. You get this USB cable with the kind of dual split end on the other side, so you can just kind of plug that in during sound check or, you know, the night before and get these things charged up. I've used them for a couple of gigs. So like I said, I was playing acoustic guitar and singing, you know, during like a church gig, and absolutely fantastic. Obviously very liberating to be able to kind of strut around the stage and do your thing. But even more useful for me was the kind of educational output. So we had a band practice where we had a lot of new musicians. I do a lot of coaching sessions with people. And I was able to, whilst plugged in and playing a song, walk around different members of the band and help them with what they're doing. You know, putting sheet music in front of them, you know, helping them out if they got stuck on a certain section. And the whole time I could have my guitar in my hand and still have, you know, still be going through the sound system, you know, through people's kind of in-ear monitors and things, through the whole setup, no matter where I was in the room. They have a 70-foot range, which is absolutely massive and way beyond what I need. And then they've got a 5-hour battery life. That morning we did the practice after our kind of main service in the gig. I was going for, you know, more or less 5 hours, and I didn't have any issues. You know, that's a big long stretch to not have them recharge, and I purposely didn't recharge them to see. Like I say, I was trying to break them. I was trying to find out, you know, where's the limitation? Are these going to be able to help me out if I'm doing, you know, a full day with them? And they held up to it, not a single dropout. Absolutely phenomenal product. So really kind of groundbreaking for me on the educational sense, for someone that walks around and helps people and does a lot of chatting kind of in between playing songs. I also do a lot of Zoom guitar lessons, so over Zoom, and it was great just being able to have my guitar on my knee. I'm not there just playing song after song after song after song in a performance setting. A lot of the time my guitar is up and down on the stand, bringing it back up, showing something, putting it back down, screen sharing, talking notation. So, you know, absolute freedom without a cable. Whew, beautiful. The other thing is then, I'm a bit more known for my kind of drumming, but there is a drumming application for this, which I found quite interesting as well. Doing studio stuff, and, you know, I'm always kind of moving around, you know, camera angles and moving drums and stuff. You know, in a studio setting, very useful in that I could just have the drums plugged in, and no matter where I had my recording technology or the mixing desk, I would just have the receiver in there, and it's just one less cable to worry about. Out on the gig, we use a electronic drum kit as well, and it was great. Again, I just plugged the drums, the transmitter into my electronic drum kit, and then we just had the receiver. I just plugged it into the mixing desk where the sound guys were sitting. We didn't even need to, you know, I didn't need to crawl under the stage and, you know, plug it where we would normally plug it in. Literally just straight into the mixing desk across the room. Worked flawlessly. So I was very impressed with that. So all in all, quite a simple piece of technology. Like I say, it just gets rid of the cable, but the kind of liberating solutions and creative options that presents, and I'm using this stuff all day, every single day. Very, very useful. So any of you guys that are looking into this kind of wireless technology or getting into it, I definitely would check out Xvive. All the stuff they've sent me so far has been great. I'm using it on a regular basis. I'm not just doing these reviews and then kind of giving them away. I'm using them quite a lot, and I'm finding them very reliable, you know, in my kind of hobby and also in my professional life. So if you are interested in looking into this stuff, I recommend the Xvive U2.